Hello, hello,
Yay,
hello.
balloons!
That's all I wanted was my balloons. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Cup, the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the real and the tea in reality. You can always come to us first to quench your thirst. I am your girl, Lana, your resident evil diva, and I'm here to give the tea, spill the tea, drink the tea because you know I love me some tea. I have water. I left it in the other room, but I do have water. So I'm gonna go get it when they start talking about their intros because I do need my water. I'm quite thirsty. But drink your water, folks. Hydration is important. And get your cup mug at lanagcreations.etsy.com. That link will be in the description below. And we do ship internationally and domestically, so there are no excuses. Brazil, order at your own risk because sometimes they being funny, but sometimes it works. So check it out. Get your cup mug. Period. Thanks.
You know what? I learned it goes both ways because, as River knows, I tried to buy a cute shirt from one of these Brazilian queens last night, and I tried 3 different credit cards, 3 different ones that all work. None of it would not accept my payment, no matter what. So, for some reason, I can't get anything from Brazil either. So,
Brazil-U.S. relations are not doing great.
not looking good.
Not
But
looking so good.
But unless you count that as a cute intro, I don't have a cute intro, but I do have a cute shirt. Of course, I had to wear my Fontana shirt. I love me some
Yeah.
Fontana. My favorite from Drag Race Sweden. My favorite ever from Drag Race Sweden, since there's only one season. Um, but I am drinking. You want to hold yours up to you, Lana?
Water.
Water. Yes, it's
Ew.
nice and cold.
Ew.
And hi, I'm River, your Brazilian correspondent here on the cup, and I'm also just drinking some water, but I have a fun cup. It's
Ooh.
Daffy Duck.
Ooh.
Work. Work and work. Well, y'all, we are here. We are back talking about Drag Race Brazil, episode 2 of season 2. And yeah, it was a good episode. I can't wait to talk about it. But before we dive into it, y'all know what to do. Please hit the subscription below. If you're new, you probably don't know what to do, so do that. Hit the subscribe button below and help us out. We are trying to get 1,000 new subscribers by the end of the year, and we appreciate you if you help us out. So subscribe to this channel and all of our other channels. We have 3 other channels that you could subscribe to because we are all trying to get 1,000 new subscribers across all 4 channels. So if you're a fan of competitive reality television, the At the Cup TV is the place for you. If you are a fan of Eurovision Song Contest, At the Cup ESC is the place for you. And if you are a fan of WWE Wrestling, At the Cup Ringside is the place for you. So check it out. Check out all those channels. All the links will be in the description below in our link tree. So click it, subscribe. We appreciate you. If you need to check us out on the go, our audio podcast links are down there as well in the same description. Click it, follow us, do all the things, check us out. We appreciate it. Join our Patreon. That is there if you need exclusive content that probably will never come out on the channel and early access things to things that'll come out, but much later, so you can have the first look at some of our fun interviews and fun things that we put out in the channel. So check out our Patreon. And of course, follow us on all of our socials at The Cup Pod on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky. All of those things are down there. You can follow the 3 of us if you want. I mean, we're cool if you wanna, but if you don't, that's fine too. It's cool. We get it. We get it. You don't want to follow us, but at least follow the cup. That's all I'm saying. Check us out on all of our socials. So there is that. So yeah, we are coming into the second episode of Drag Race Brazil, and everybody's in decent spirits.
Yeah.
Decent spirits coming in the next in the workroom or in you know we see them.
Feeling good that everyone is still there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
I,
love that because I do appreciate nobody going home the first week, but then I think everybody started to realize, but somebody's gonna go home this time. It's like okay, okay.
Hmm.
My favorite part about how this started, and we don't see this a lot in different franchises, but they had all of the queens that lost the challenge came in first. And
Mhm.
then Ruby makes the most dramatic grand
Yep.
entrance with her pin. Let me tell you, I am so obsessed with this queen.
Yes.
She
Yes.
is so dramatic in the best and most entertaining way, and she's delivering as far as looks and talent go. Ruby is the kind of queen I love to see cast on these shows.
I wrote my first note is about that moment too, because they all came in, and then the fact that they all were around the table, and then Dizzy his sat on the floor, and then
Mhm.
Ruby did her like grand entrance.
She said she's in her
It was
villain
so
era.
good. Yep.
Love that.
So good. Doing the most for no reason, and I'm living.
I love that. I'm here for the drama. I'm here for the entertainment. I'm here for it all. So they can do no wrong
Oh,
in my eyes right now.
and then Melina said that pin was supposed to be mine, but then Chanel was like, "Baby, you barely knew the words to the lip sync. What are you talking?"
Yeah, they would not get off her neck about the lip
I
sync.
love it. And then
I
Busy Hay started to go off and was like, "You know what? I feel personally offended."
She kept apologizing to the Aniters. Is that what they're called?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
it was something to see. It was a sight. It was so funny. I enjoyed the little moment.
I love
And
when they play fight. It's so
yes,
funny. I love it.
yes.
Mhm.
I love when they play fight, but then I like when they fight and then it turns into a real fight and you're like, "Ooh, oh, did I?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Oh,
Oh,
And another thing that was refreshing with this intro is melody, because I love a queen that is not afraid to show their true, authentic disappointment. When they don't get a
mhm.
win, they don't get the placement that they think that they should be at. She's not afraid to show it. She's like, it's okay, whatever. Like I'm happy for Ruby, but you could tell, and she didn't do it in a rude way, but she knows her worth, and I love that.
yeah.
Absolutely.
And I think she talked about that because when she had that moment in Untucked, it did feel, maybe because it was so emotional, it maybe could feel right for like dismissive of the people that were in the top. So I love that she was like, I was emotional, like she owned how she was feeling, but she was like, hey, but it's about how I was feeling. It has nothing to do with you. You did great. Congratulations. Like, I love that.
I mean, it's definitely a way to be in your feels without making other people feel like you don't feel good. You're not happy for them. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
this is all about me. I'm upset because I know what I feel like I should be. But you did it. I can't. I'm not the judge. You not the. You did it. But give me some time to be in my feelings, and it's okay. And it's okay. I agree. Being able to share your disappointment and not like worried about, oh, this might hurt their feelings. Honestly, not mine to care at this point. I just really feel like I should be better.
And she was right though, because like
Yes.
for me, she should have been in the top 10. Like I understand her frustration. I would feel the same way if I was her. I'm like, I did great.
Right.
What? Like what?
What do you mean I'm
Oh
safe?
yeah,
I did amazing.
you weren't here to talk about it, Lana. So I
I
want to
was
know.
not.
Yeah, did you have any strong thoughts from the first
I
episode?
mean, was my strong thought. Like, I thought Melody should have been in the top. I was like, she did amazing. She was really, really good. And I was like, I don't understand if this is all about if this what is this about? Like I was confused with the judging. I was like, is this about the performance or is this about the runway? Because I feel like for some people it was about the runway and for some people it was about performance. And I'm like, how do we not judge everybody on the same criteria? If it's not all about the runway, it should be that across the board. If it's all about performance, it should be about that all across the board. Because I'm like, I don't I don't know if I necessarily agreed with everybody who was in the top, but I don't know if I necessarily agreed with everybody who was in the bottom either. So I'm kind of just like, eh, but Melody should have been the top. Melody should have been the top because I thought her performance was great and I thought her runway was good enough to keep her in the top, honestly. But I was like, but I'm not Greg. I'm not the judges. I'm just a watcher of this show. But that was my biggest gripe last week. I was like, nah, something is off about this. And this week,
You smell a stunt.
I smell something in the air. But yeah, that was my thought. But this week, I was like, let's see if they redeem themselves. I'm not gonna get too mad, but Greg, I'm watching you. I'm
Mhm.
like, I'm watching y'all now at this point because I don't know.
Well, you'll be happy to know in your absence, we all agreed Melody should have been in the top.
Oh, good to
If they're
know. Oh,
factoring in the challenge, which
yes.
why wouldn't they?
Why wouldn't they? It was the challenge. Okay? What you make them do all that work for if we're not gonna factor it into the challenge? Hello.
Mhm.
But they come back in the workroom next day. Everybody's happy. Whatever. Mini challenge time for Greg comes in, looking fabulous, looking great. Greg always looks
Mm.
good. Like the like the little hat that Greg is pulling off again this season. A little, I don't know what to call
The
it.
boy Greg is just
His
as
boy.
stylish as drag
Yes,
Greg.
yes. Boy Greg is very stylish like drag Greg. So I love that. Look, I think somebody said their waistline is getting shorter and shorter every week. It's like getting lower and lower every week. It's like, ooh, I see you,
She knows
Greg.
her
I see.
audience.
She do. She
When you got
do.
it.
Flaunt it. Well, you got it. Do you want to flaunt it? Hmm. But looks great. We get the mini challenge. Now, River, I'm going to definitely need your help about this mini challenge.
Mhm.
Why were we doing Brandy Panties mini challenge?
Okay, so they combined two things for this mini challenge. They combined bate cabelo, which is the hair whipping,
Okay.
and also granny panties, which cerola is like granny panties, like the ones that they had, right? And then they had a reference to Silvete Montilla, which is kind of like our one of our equivalents of RuPaul. Like she's an icon of the community. She's like, she was in theater, movies, TV, stand up, like literally everywhere. She hosts her own. I don't know if it's hers, right? But she's the host of a drag show called Drag Academy. So she has, the name. So they combined that, and she um, is 50, 58, 56. So they referenced her to be like to do the granny panty because it was like her panties because she's old, right? So that. And then bache cabelo because that is like the hair whipping is a very strong and big thing here in our community, in the drag community. It originated here. It's like a thing where they have competitions for just that specifically. So they combined that to do this bate cabelo de cerola drag couture.
Hmm.
Yes.
I will say, as soon as I found out hair whipping was a factor, I was like, wait, I think I know who's going to win this. I think I know who comes from a family of hair whippers.
Literally.
So,
She's literally the queen of that competition from her state. And I
mhm.
think she won the national one as well.
Yeah.
At least once, I think. Yeah. But
Um,
but I like that the goal was like they did have to do like the hair whipping, but
Mhm.
Greg also pointed to the fact that it was supposed to be campy and like
Mhm.
goofy,
mhm.
right? So I like that combination.
Why
It
did
made
somebody?
it. Go ahead.
Why did somebody accuse, like, say, "Oh, these panties are going to be full of stains"? Were they just being
Because
rude?
no, yeah, they were playing around with like them with Silvecci leaving skid marks or whatever. You know what I mean? Like
Oh,
from having a loose. Yeah, you get
Mhm.
it.
yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
You
Mhm.
see the
Mhm.
vision.
See the vision. See the vision.
Yes.
But yeah, I look. You never go wrong for me to see people hair whipping and doing it good and or funny or making it fun. So I enjoyed it. I liked the spin on everybody did on their little granny panties and coming out with their different vibes on their granny panties. I was like,
Yes.
hey, I'm a little I felt a certain way though. I'm not gonna lie. I felt a little attacked in this challenge, a little triggered because those panties look like my panties because I wear granny panties most of the time because they're comfortable.
No shame here.
Period. No shame, as you should.
Thank you. I don't feel like I need to put on those skimpy small ones that hurt. But
I mean,
I
they're
was
for
like,
you. They're not for an audience. So
period. Thank you. Now, if I was doing it for an audience, I will put on the cute ones. But everybody,
Oh, and
I
I'm
was just
also
like,
thinking about it. Oh, sorry.
no, go
Sorry.
ahead.
No, because I was also thinking, why did they do? Maybe because Greg did mention Bettina. Because remember last season, Bettina had the thing about like her panties and like throwing So I think they wanted to bring that in as well. I like reference. I like
We got a
having
couple
a
of
mix
references from
references.
season
Just
one.
yeah,
Yeah, we got a
yes.
couple of references from season one in this episode. We got a Dallas reference or a mention. I won't say reference, but a mention of Dallas in this
Also
episode.
from the panty, from her
Right.
panty.
And we
Yes.
got like I said, Machina, and Miss LeBrown
yeah,
brought up in this episode. So I'm like, okay,
Yes.
the impact of season one. I love to see it. I love to see
gone
it.
but not forgotten.
Gone but not forgotten at all. So I love
Yes.
that. But
But we
yeah,
also had another reference to a season one thing. Belky decided to create her look inspired by the same meme that inspired the mini challenge on season one. The pregnant woman, the pregnant woman with the
I was like, which
quadruplets.
look? Because she did
Yes.
make 2 looks this episode.
So yeah, so Belky dressed up as that, and just so you know, like she's a woman that pretended to be pregnant with quadruplets, went on like TV, told her story, became like whatever, and then they found out that she was lying, and then she became a meme. She became a carnival costume, like it's a whole like from 2012, 13. It's a whole thing. Like it was a big thing here, and it's I'm gonna show you the reference picture for because if you are Brazilian, you know what I'm talking about. Grávida de Taubaté, you know. But this is
Mm.
and she was able to fool a lot of people that she was actually pregnant.
that is crazy.
So
Looks like Octomom when she was pregnant.
Mom, but she was actually pregnant.
Yep.
That's
So,
crazy to me
yeah.
that she did that. Why convince people that you're pregnant when you're not going to be able to produce babies?
to
and
be
you
able to
do
go on
this?
TV and you know
But you
she's
produce
known in the
no
whole country now.
babies. You produce no babies. That's crazy.
I don't know. But the fact that that's where Belky's brain went when she got this challenge, I am obsessed. It got a good laugh out of me. Thank you, Belky.
Well, I did have 3 personal highlights from this challenge
Okay.
and 1 low light.
Oh,
Maybe I'll get the low light out of the way.
okay.
I'm so sorry, River. Your girl
Don't be.
Desiree. She clearly had a wig reveal planned,
Yeah.
but pretty much immediately the main wig and the wig that was supposed to be revealed came off. So she's just whipping her natural hair. And there's not much to whip. And I'm like, girl. I mean, at least she went for it and didn't just completely stop. So that was my life.
And then she pretended to die in the end.
To
I'm
die,
like, because I saw it and I'm like, yes, whatever. But I feel like she played with it, like she went along with it, and like when it comes to the hair whipping, she missed the point. But when it comes to the campiness of the challenge, she nailed it.
She got it.
So,
Yeah.
Very true. Very true.
Yeah.
My highlight, the first one was Belky. I thought she was so funny with the delivery. Maybe the funniest for me. I really liked what she did. The second highlight for me was Ruby and how slutty she made those underwear.
She was funny.
She cut all of these little things in them, and I'm like, okay, girl, you really being a slutty grandma, aren't you? But I mean, the winner was my main highlight because Melody with those hair whips. Come on, girl. Like that was top tier.
And that's with the wig, like no time to prepare the wig. Like, no, baby, you have no idea.
I was waiting for it to come off, but it was secure.
She knew. She said, "Baby, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Maybe she said, this is
I'm a
mine.
professional. I'm a professional, and I know
After
how to."
losing the first, not being the top last challenge with the dance challenge, and this is her thing, she's like, not today.
I love that. Yeah, but going back to Desiree, um, I would have like you said, she played with the campiness of it. She got that down. But baby, if my wig would have fell off, I would have just and it's a hair whip challenge. I would have just grabbed a wig and just be like
She did
just start.
that. She got the wig and she went like this.
I would just start spinning it like it's a
Yeah.
whip, like I'm whipping the hair, and then I would have picked somebody up and start whipping them like like it would have been. Yeah, I think she did great. I think she was funny, but yeah, I did hate the wig reveal. It didn't happen, but it was
There
funny
was a
to
moment
me.
where it looked like she was doing she was imitating the break dancer from Australia. Remember
Yeah,
that? She was
yeah. That's what I thought. I was like, oh, she's dying because that was
not afraid to reference or not reference. Hey.
love it. But after we get the mini challenge and Melody wins because duh. Um,
Period.
we then get the maxi challenge and it is a design challenge. And Greg lets Melody know since you won the mini challenge, she gets 10 seconds to go in there. You know what? And you know what? This is the first time I was like, he literally maximized that 10 seconds better than I've ever seen anybody do it on Drag Race because some people go in there and they just be like, okay, just and they just grab so much. She was so deliberate and she was like, I know exactly what I want and I'm going to get all of it. And there will be none left by the time these 10 seconds is up. And she went there, grab, put all the stuff. And by the time 10
It's
seconds
only
came up,
paper.
it was like she grabbed all the paper. She grabbed all the paper. She grabbed everything gold. Anything gold she saw, she grabbed it. And I was like, she came in with a plan, and I love that.
She says, I know what I want and I'm going to get it.
Yep.
But I loved everyone's reaction because it was so funny when Greg said it was a design challenge. It was like, and you have to construct it with paper.
Oh,
And everyone, and then Mercedes was literally jumping up and down while everyone else was like, oh, no. And she was like so excited. It was so funny.
I mean, I get it. And I'm jumping ahead slightly, but like at one point she's talking to everybody and she's like, you know what? This is the most fair design challenge.
Democratic. Yeah.
She's like, we got designers here. Nobody designs with paper. Nobody does this. So we're
Lucky
all
Stars
on an even
is
playing
shaking right now.
right. Lucky Stars is like, why couldn't we do this in my season? Because, baby, she would have ate that up.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
I
yeah.
think I would like this too because I can't sew. Can I glue? Can I cut? Sure, yeah. I could do that. Well,
But
it look
But
good?
it really depends on the materials that you get.
True.
And we'll get into it because
I would have hated every second of this
Damn.
challenge. I don't sew, I don't cut, I don't glue, right? Everything, oh, it would look so bad. Oh,
and like for example, Dizzy Hayes, she learned how to sew just to get on the for the show, like maybe a year ago, and then she gets there and it's paper.
paper.
Damn.
She wasn't having it.
Oh,
Yeah, no. But everybody goes and grabs their stuff, and it's of course Madhouse. But it wasn't as bad as I thought. Like I don't think it was too bad. Seeing Melina, God, Lord.
Melina?
Melina?
Yes, seeing her at the end, just like, okay, I'm collecting everything
Taking my
that
time.
laid on top of everything. It was like, all this is mine, and now I'm gonna collect it and put it in my bags. I was dying. I would live for that. I was like, okay.
And then she was like, everyone was done, and she was still like getting it together. She was like, I don't care. I'm gonna make you wait for me. I'm not done.
right. I'm just
I love
collecting
it.
everything. I loved it.
See, and if you all think that the gays go hard with like running and trying to get your materials, I watch Lego Masters and they just had, do you watch it?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that. Well,
I
they just,
like Lego Masters.
yeah, they just had a challenge where they had to take an item from a bedroom and design it. Like it was a 90s themed bedroom. They had to like find a random item in this bedroom, take it, and they had to design it in Legos. And then when at the end of the challenge, they had to put it back and they had to fool some people, like have them not be able to tell which is a Lego and which is a real item.
Mm.
But this one straight guy, he saw this skateboard. He jumped and was falling all over the place. I'm like, they have more decorum on Drag Race than this, sir.
Not
wiped out
decorum.
trying to get that skateboard.
The queens can't ruin the face or anything and get her like they have shit to do.
I
They
mean,
can't imagine spraining an ankle and then having to lip sync. No.
well, if that's the case, then you definitely have not watched the designers on Project Runway when they have you
Oh
have
no,
to grab
I
this.
remember that.
I know when they have to grab their fabric out of whatever, like a tent or baby, those designers, the claws come out. They be,
Is it the straights or is it the gays, though?
it's the both.
Okay.
Because it's the straight Santa gays on Project
It's the
Runway.
straight women and the gay men, probably
The
most.
straight it's some straight guys. It's some straight guys on there. But yeah, it's the straights and the gays, baby. And they are
Say so.
it has been
It's the competitives. It's the competitives.
it's the competitive because it has been some on the show. But yeah, they come out and don't try to grab their fabric, baby. They be fighting. They be fighting. So it's fun to see that. But yeah, seeing this, they were good. These queens were actually good about. They weren't too bad. They weren't the worst.
Ruby, can I just say, Ruby is all of the queens are great in confessionals. They all have funny moments, personality, all of that. Ruby is hilarious. She is killing me. The way, like her accent plus her tone plus her timing and like the delivery, it's just does it for me every time. Because the girls were getting the materials and then they cut to her in confessional and she goes, fighting, chaos, blood, destruction. These beaches are not playing around. Just like the way that she said it was so funny. I am obsessed with her.
Me too. She's such good TV.
She's good TV.
Funny.
Easily one of my favorites right now.
Well, I can see that. So we get into the design challenge. Any highlights or anything that y'all saw in this work? Well, besides the tears, the panic, the sheer "oh my god, I don't know what I'm doing" factor that always plagues these design challenges. I don't sew, but I sew, so I'll help or I'll not help. That's my favorite part of design challenge is watching to see how they react to the materials that they have to work with, and those who don't sew. Those who just don't sew are like panicking and like, oh my God, I don't know what I'm doing. This is crazy. How am I gonna do this? They crying, they having panic attacks. And then those who do sew, even though they can sew, if the material is crazy, they like, I mean, this is hard, but I'm gonna have to figure it out. And this is not what I'm used to, but I'll figure it out. And I just love design challenges are my favorite to watch for the dynamic to see who's going to rise to the occasion, who's going to just fall flat on their face, and who's going to be nice about it, who's going to be mean about it. Because like some queens,
is anyone going to steal materials from someone else?
Oh, is somebody going to help people or not help people? Because like we had some, and if we go back to season 16. Sapphira was all about helping. She's going to help people. You need some help, yeah. You go to season 17, materials get stolen. Somebody sabotaged. Materials. A sabotage happened. So I'm like, which one? Who ruined my outfit? Like, you don't know. So I wanted to see what was going to be the dynamic for this one. And we had a mix of both. It was like all the bags were filled. We had people, but nobody stole anything. Love that. That. Nobody was.
But a lot of emotions for sure.
A lot of emotions. And then we did have people who were stepping up and helping people. And I was like, Mercedes, I was like, you gonna help people too much. You ain't gonna finish your stuff. You gotta worry about. She was helping everybody. Like, girl, you gotta do this. I'm gonna help you with this. You need help with this. I help you with this. I was like, I hope.
I think it wasn't it Poseidon?
It was. I thought it was Mercedes, and it was somebody. And
wait, because I wrote it down.
Was it Mercedes, or am I just wrong? I could be wrong.
I didn't write that down, but
I could be wrong. I thought it was Mercedes.
I think it was Poseidon because I wrote Poseidon might be spending too much time helping others. I'm worried for
maybe. Then maybe it was Poseidon.
Because she was helping both Melody and Mercedes because she was helping
Okay, that's
Mercedes.
why I
Yes.
said Mercedes. She was
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
conversation.
But that was
yes.
after the talk with Greg and all of that.
Yes,
That
yes,
was
yes,
later
yes.
on.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
the talk with Greg I thought was really interesting because the first people we saw come out was Adora, beautiful design, Chanel, beautiful design. I'm like, these people are having somebody draw these pictures for them. Like,
No.
that's nice that they're having help. And then Desiree comes
No.
up, and I'm like, oh, never mind, never mind, because Desiree.
Yeah.
Look, I feel like it seems like I don't like Desiree and I'm beating up on her. I actually really like
No.
Desiree. But
Does
that
it?
drawing was so
No,
bad.
it was funny. It was really funny. You're right. It was hilarious. But
Desiree
she was
is
not
me.
trying. She was not trying to hide it at all. She was like, I'm not good. I'm not good at this. Here it is.
Desiree is
But
me. Desiree is me because baby, that is my. It would have been a stick figure and a triangle on it. I don't draw, so it would be bad. I'm like,
Me too.
the vision is in
are
my
you
head.
starting to see why I like her so much? It's the
I
relative. It's like
the relatability factor. Got it.
yeah, yes. But we did have a few things before they talked with Greg, because when Mercedes was talking about how the challenge was democratic, this was one of my favorite moments because I love this quote so much. She quoted our amazing first female president, Dilma Rousseff, which was a character in season 1 of Snatch Game with Dallas. And Dallas also said that quote because it's iconic. And people made fun of her when she first said that sentence. And today we all use it and we all see how much it makes sense. And we're like, actually, she's really smart. And we just didn't catch on at the time. Because the quote, and I'll say it in Portuguese later, but in English, it's like, whoever wins or loses is not going to win or lose. We are all going to lose. So it's kind of like, you know what? She was describing instead of a win-win situation, a lose-lose situation.
Mhm.
But because she said it in a way that people considered sounded dumb,
Mhm.
people made fun of her. And because she was a woman, of course, it was harder.
I get the
People were hard
intention.
on her and all of that. But just for the Brazilian watchers, I'm going to say it in Portuguese just because I love saying it. Não acho que quem ganhar ou perder, nem quem ganhar ou perder vai ganhar ou perder. Vamos todos perder. And that is true, and she was right, and we all lost.
You said perder a
After she
lot.
said that, we all
You
lost.
said perder a lot. So let me go on a rant about how many times you said perder. No, I'm kidding.
You
Pernambuco. Hi, Logan.
well, but yes, and then but then we had we also had Chanel being worried right after she chose her materials. She was like, oh, maybe that was not the best choice. And then she started with all of the bathroom jokes and references, which I live. You can smell you can smell my fart. I'm shitting myself. I love it. I appreciate it.
I mean, when you see the toilet paper there, I mean, I don't know if it was real toilet paper or if it was like white construction paper that just kind of had that effect. But if it's actual toilet paper, I'm like, that's almost impossible. Like, I don't design, but I know how flimsy toilet paper is. And that seems like it would be a nightmare product to work with. So I hope for
Even
her
if it was paper towels that are like a little thicker, it's still
yeah.
I wish you would have just took it and like put several pieces together and sewed it together because it would have made a stronger unit and that way it would have been able to do more instead of tearing so easily. But who has the time though? Who has the
I
time?
thought when she got the toilet paper that she was gonna use like glue or something to create a texture with it and then work
Right.
with that. Like make it in like balls or
Balls
something.
or something.
Like whatever. I
Right.
don't know, something. Or like sculpt
Sculpt
it
it.
with glue or something. I don't know. I didn't think she was gonna use it as fabric as
Right.
this.
Right.
But yeah. But then we have the talks with Greg where they all show the designs. And then Adora is like a professional, like she draws all of her looks, and so in such a like it's insane. It's insane. Like it's perfect.
Yeah.
It's
I,
perfect.
I I just been like, I am always in awe of people who can draw really well and just first of all design really well or draw really well and do all those things. I'm just like, how?
And
How is it so
self-taught.
and so effortless? It just looks like it's so I just
Yeah.
ow.
I can't wait to get into that conversation later on about being self. Yeah, we'll talk about all that, but
Yes.
I agree. But I'm just so used to when I see challenges like this and people present their drawings, they
Mhm,
almost never turn out as good as the drawing looks, you know? Like
Mhm.
you're like, I can see the vision, but that drawing really set my expectations here. And there's a couple of queens like Adora that set my expectations here, but then I was being realistic and I'm like, we'll drop those expectations.
mhm.
For a couple of them, I did not need to drop expectations at all.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
anything
I had the same thought process as you. Sorry.
absolutely no. So anybody, anything in the grad conversations that stood out that we want to talk about?
David, do you go first because I don't want to take all of your talking points. I'll add whatever you don't say.
Yeah. I think one of my favorite things is seeing Greg like cut up and just like tease on the verge of bullying people on the show.
That's just our humor. I understand that maybe it can be taken a different way, but that is really how we play with each other. It's just the culture.
Fair. But Poseidon, first of all, Greg would not get off her neck about the drawing.
She said, "Is this a QR code? Should I scan my phone?" Oh my god.
And then Poseidon's like, oh, I'm going for a Marie Antoinette look. And then Greg got possessed by the spirit of Michelle Visage.
Michelle Visage.
And she's like, that's been done so much. I don't know if that's the route you want to go. But yeah, that whole interaction with Poseidon was my favorite.
Oh, I laughed so hard. I said, not the QR code. Stop it. That
And she
literally took
went.
me out. Like that literally
She
took me
said,
out. I honestly missed the next two people because I was laughing so hard about that QR code. I was just like, oh, I gotta get through this because I was watching it late and I was like, but I can't go back because this is so.
I watched
was
that
done.
so many times. I went back and I watched it like 3 or 4 times. I'm like,
It's so funny.
It's so good. I also love I love Chanel so much because when she was talking to Greg, she said, my inspiration came from the moment that I heard about the challenge and I started shitting myself, so I grabbed the toilet paper. I'm like, you stupid bitch. I love it. I love it. And then you talked about this, David, but she said, because she was like, oh, I want to do something ladylike, but I'm not good at drawing. And then she showed the drawing to Greg, and Greg went, clearly. I love it. But when she was talking about how her idea was to go more like Cyndi Lauper, Carrie Bradshaw, 80s kind of. And I was excited to see that, but we'll talk about what we got. Like, I still liked her look, but I was excited for that idea when she told Greg about that concept.
Oh,
but I still liked what she did.
Yes, that's fair. My expectations for Desiree were in the toilet with Chanel's look. Like I was not expecting anything good from this. I was like, this is not going to turn out right. But it was because of that drawing mostly. But I'll get into what I really thought about the look. But
yeah. And then we had Melody. And I think because Lana mentioned how she went, like she knew exactly what she wanted with the materials. Because when she was talking to Greg, she said that when she heard the theme of like royalty, she immediately knew what she wanted to do. And she immediately thought of Wakanda and was like, Wakanda warrior, that's what I'm doing, and period. And I love that. She was like, immediately, that's it.
And it was a great design. So
yeah, and it was a great idea. Yeah. I love that she stuck with that, and we'll talk about how it worked out for her. But And then we didn't even see Mercedes. Like, we didn't even see it.
Did we
Or
see
Melina.
Ruby? I didn't think we saw Ruby either.
I don't think we saw Ruby either. But we had Paola, and she was talking about how she showed 2 designs, and she was like, oh, my first didn't work. I tried out some things with the material and it wasn't looking good. So I switched it, and then she explained that she had to do her second idea. And when she was explaining, I was into it. I was like, I see the vision. But then Greg was like, oh, do you think that's enough to keep you out of the bottom? And I'm like, why do you need to come at her like that?
Right.
No, let's not bring that energy.
I know. I was like, oh, the writing's on the wall. I think I know who's going home. I think it's my sweet dear Paula.
Right. Oh, and then Belky.
Yes.
She had a great
we can't
sketch.
miss that one.
No, she had a great sketch. It was so cool. And she already had like the fabric like pinned to the I live.
Yep.
I live.
Mm-hmm.
That's one that Greg was like, if you can do this, it's going to be good. And I'm like, well, can she do that though? Because it looked like such a challenge. So this is another time where I'm like, I'm reining in my expectations.
But even when she was explaining, she started explaining her ideas, and she was like, and I tried doing it this way. And she was kind of explaining why she couldn't do something that she was thinking about. And then Greg, before she could even finish, because she was going somewhere and like she was about to explain the way out that she figured out for that problem she was having. But before she could even explain, Greg said, other girls figured out. I'm like, well, she also did, but you didn't let her explain it to you. Like,
Right.
I understand for production reasons, like there needs to be a little here and there, but like make it make sense. Make it a little better. It's fine though, but like, really?
Yeah. I felt like I think she was doing I don't know, a little bit, a lot, not too much, but it was a lot for for TV, trying to make it interesting. And some of it was a little unnecessary, but I get why she was doing it and why she was, baiting and pushing them, I guess, because you want the best. You want the best out of people. You want to see good things. And it's like you have to push people a little bit to do it. But some of it was like,
but
okay,
she
girl.
wasn't like mean, and
No.
it wasn't like, maybe it was a little bit like, okay,
girl.
you didn't need to, like, okay, let's not.
It wasn't bad, just a little unnecessary. Like that wasn't called for, but okay, I get it. It's fine.
Yeah.
But after the grad conversations and everybody is now trying to do their thing, now we see people's emotions starting to come out. People are getting panicked because they are not figuring this thing out. Those who don't sew are like almost wrecking machines, because like my girl Melody, she was using the machine like it was a speed race track. She was like, I was like, girl,
and they're
slow down.
sewing standing up. I'm like,
What?
You're sewing standing up? You can't. I have never done that. I'm like, how do you?
Like
It's
I
crazy.
could never.
Me
I
neither.
could never. But I just like seeing the dynamics of the people who can and can't. And it's like people, and the ones trying to help, like, no, do this, slow down, do this. Okay, don't, okay, wait,
Fix
no,
the tension.
fix this.
Like,
'Cause if you do this, you won't be able to fit it. Oh, if you do this, you won't be able to work this. And
you're
it's
gonna
like,
break the machine.
right, please don't break the machine. It's I just enjoyed that dynamic. It was funny to see.
and it was enjoyable to me as well, because it felt very familiar, and it is like, in general, us Brazilians as people in general are very much a community, and that's when we get together, even if we don't know it, we're not like best friends or family or whatever, we really do ride for each other, and we want, like, especially if it's like a competition and we're representing our country, like that's how they want everyone to do good, because they are all representing for us. It's not just about me, it's about us and what we are showing about our country, our culture. Brazilian drag, it matters. So it's kind of like the season is as good as the
Queens make it.
as their worst queen, like worst
Mhm.
queen. You know what I mean? Like, so if it's kind of like the thought of, if one person does bad, we all do bad. If you look bad, we all look bad. So
Mm-hmm.
they don't want anyone to go out looking like, of course, they all want to win, right? Themselves. But they don't want that doesn't mean that they want their sisters to fail.
Mm-hmm.
They want to win when everyone is doing their best. And
Absolutely.
I love that energy. I love
Mm-hmm.
it.
I agree.
And I wanted to point at Ruby again. When because she was so funny. She looked like a grandma. She was working on that outfit and she had like the headscarf and the huge glasses and she was just like working on it and it was so good. I'm just obsessed.
Yeah, she
I
literally
can't.
looked like she was in somebody's seamstress room and doing it like the old seamstress in there who like, um, I need this dress by so and so, and they're like, "Oh, I got it. Don't worry, I got it." And they just
Holding
be
a pin in your mouth,
right,
like you
open
don't
in the
care if
mouth and
you
like it's like,
stop swallow it.
I got it, I got it. They just be doing. I love that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Um, and we talked about Poseidon might be helping them too much, but there was a time when because Poseidon was helping Melody, and then I think she maybe noticed that Melody seemed a little worried or nervous or something, and she was talking to Melody like, okay, but you're doing your best and all of that, but what if you do get in the bottom? And then Melody was, I feel like they know that Melody's very emotional, and I don't know if that's just who she is or if it's hormone. It's a mix of everything, also the environment. But I love how they saw that maybe she needs that emotional support because they know
Mm,
how fierce she is. So they're like, okay, even if you're in the bottom, you know what you do, and you're gonna do like you're gonna kill it.
Mhm.
right.
And I love seeing the sisterhood.
Yeah, I think there's probably like added pressure knowing you're representing different communities. She's representing the black community, the trans community. So it's like I can't come here and fail. Like I don't
Mm-hmm.
think people who come from a place of privilege don't understand the weight that
Mm-hmm.
other people have because it's really like if I fail, they're going to use this against me. They're going to say, look, these type of people can't do this. This type
Right.
of people, yeah, they can't succeed. So I'm sure she's got that added pressure, and I totally empathize for that. Even if it's something I can't relate to because I do come from a place of privilege, I totally see that, and my heart goes out to people who have to wear that additional burden.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I wouldn't say it better myself.
We'll talk about that. We'll circle back to that a little bit when we get to them getting
Mm-hmm.
ready for the runway because they had a conversation. But we had a funny. I when Belky was talking about how hard it would be to put in a zipper in a paper look.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. First of
Mm-hmm.
all, damn. Yes. But then she was like, "Baby, if you fart, it explodes." It's like this look. If you fart, it's gone. And I mean, yes.
She's not wrong. So
Yes. And then we also had Melody checking in on Paola. I don't know if you wanted to talk about that, David.
Yeah,
Or
I mean, I thought that was so sweet because you could tell sometimes you can just tell by people's energy. Paula was not saying a lot. She wasn't trying to give anything away.
mhm.
But I think Melody is so attuned with like emotions and she could just tell that things were not normal for her and she went to comfort her and you could tell Paula like at first I thought Paula was like please I don't want to have this moment please back off I don't want to talk about this but she was
Mhm.
saying that in kind of a respectful way and then I like that Melody kind of took the cues and she didn't need to say anything she just stood there like physically comforting her and she let her kind of talk it out on her own. She started wiping her tears. I'm like, this is a beautiful moment. Like
Mhm.
is these are the kind of moments that I really love seeing on Drag Race. It would it just my heart.
Like,
yeah.
what's the equivalent to an Emmy in Brazil? What's the Emmys in Brazil?
Prêmio Globo, maybe?
Then they need to get one because those moments
Yeah.
right there is what that is for. Like, that's the kind of TV you want to see and deserves those awards for that because it's like I agree with you wholeheartedly, Dave. Just watching her just stand there Sometimes you don't have to say a word. Sometimes your presence is enough. And if that person's like, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do it, give them a moment. Give them this, you don't have to give them the space physically, like, okay, I'll just go and leave you alone, because sometimes they don't want to be left alone. They just don't want to talk about it
Mm.
when you want them to talk about it. Sometimes it's like, and like you said, she just let her, just stood there and just let her say it on her own and get it out on that. That was such, I literally was like, please don't do it. I don't want to cry. It was sweet because I
And
know that moment. I know those times you're like, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. But I know I do want
if
to
I
talk about it.
start, but if I
Right.
start,
I don't want to talk about it, but I kind of do want to talk about it, but I don't want to be the person to make a scene. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to cause the thing. I
I
don't
think
want
it
that
was more.
attention. I don't want the people to be like, "Oh, what's wrong with you?" And I have to, I think it's just like, but I need to talk about it. So, okay. Let me get it out now. It was like she realized within herself, like, it's probably gonna be better if I talk about it now and get it out. So I kind
Yeah,
of love that.
I also felt like it was that, but also the fact of like, okay, I have this emotion, but I don't have time right now to
Hmm.
do all. I need to get it done. Like I don't have time for this.
Right. But that was just a beautiful moment. Anything else that we feel like was so good?
Yes.
Go ahead,
Yes. Go
David.
ahead, David.
Yeah.
You seem so excited.
Well, no, because one of my absolute favorite moments was when Desiree goes to talk to Adora. Uh,
Mm,
and she's like, when I was like researching looks and stuff, like before coming on here, a lot of the references that I would find were looks that you made.
hmm
And Adora, you could just tell, like, she felt so honored to hear that. Like, I love it. I really love Adora because there might be some people that would take that and be like, well, of course. I mean, I'm good at what I do. But you could tell, like, how humbling that was for her to hear. Uh, like, I thought it was a beautiful moment. And yeah, Adora is pretty much my favorite right now. And moments like these, like, add on to I have a lot of favorites. So, man, this is a really good cast. A really good cast.
Yes, yes. I'm like they're all my favorite. What do you mean?
Right.
And we found out,
Everybody's my favorite.
and the crazy thing is, we found out that Adora is self taught. Like, she taught herself how to do all of this stuff, like make all of these looks. And I'm like, how, girl? That's crazy.
How do you figure this out? How do you do this? Yeah.
Hmm.
You find a way. See, that's the thing when queens and when we talk about like how hard it is to do drag in Brazil, it's not just because of lack of resources, whatever. It's just a lot of the times like you don't have the money or time to take a course to learn. Like you can't do that. So you find a way. And we have
Hmm.
a saying that is just like the Brazilian way, which is usually used in a negative connotation for like cheating on stuff, but it can also be used for like positive things where it's like you figure it out, you find a way, you don't give up, you figure it out. So I
Yeah.
love that.
Here. Yeah. Seeing Adora be like, that is very like kind, and like, she didn't have to tell me that. She didn't have to say that. And it's very humbling and nice to know that people actually like what I do, even though she probably knows. But it's like she didn't have to be like, oh yeah, I know, because I'm that good. And she could though, and that's the thing. She could a
Because she
hundred
is.
percent say it and be justified in saying it because she is. But I love people who are good and great at what they do, but also very humble and like they don't have to rub it in your face. Like, I know I'm good. I just their work shows their worth. Their work shows how good they are. You don't have to say it. Somebody else will tell you. Like, I don't have to say I'm good at this because other people will tell you how good I am at doing this. Other people will recommend me to you because I'm that good at it. So I love that. I love that so much. I don't want to move on too fast. If anybody else have anything else they want to talk about, or should we
Because
just go?
we have the next day,
The
right?
next
Next
day,
day when
yeah.
they were getting
Absolutely.
ready.
That's why I
Yep.
wanted to
Yes.
go into the next day. But I didn't
Hmm.
want to move past this one fast enough before y'all finish. But let's move on to the next day because we do have a lot of stuff to talk about in this next day moment. They come back in the workroom. Oop, not losing my earpod. They come back into the workroom, and it's time to start getting ready. We got to get ready for the show, the runway, and finishing up on stuff. So let's get into that.
Yeah, I think pretty much all of this involves one conversation. And that's it starts with Chanel and Melody and basically talking about what life is like as a trans woman. So I thought this was a really insightful conversation they had. Chanel was talking about how when she first came out as trans for her employer, they fired her,
Hmm.
which, man, yeah, that sucks. I was actually wondering, like, her being a teacher, and I know that I'm assuming she found a different job that allows her to work there, but I was wondering about
She
that.
moved cities. She
Okay,
moved cities, I think, because she said when she was working in São Gonçalo, and I think that's a different place. And I don't know if that's a neighborhood in Niterói. I want to make sure because I'm not sure. But I think it's another city in the same state in Rio de Janeiro.
mhm.
Yes. So she moved from São Gonçalo, which is another city near Rio de Janeiro, the capital, but in the state. And then that's where she got fired. And then she moved eventually to Niterói, which is where she is now.
Okay, yeah.
Yes.
But Melody brought up something interesting. She was talking about how for a lot of trans women, they are limited with the types of jobs they're allowed to do. She said for a lot of people, they either are kind of forced into working in the beauty industry, like doing people's hair or makeup or anything
But
like
not in
that.
the beauty industry, like in the luxury part. No, like in the
Oh,
hair
the
salons,
service,
like in
right?
the, yeah,
Right,
yeah.
right. But if they're not doing something in that field, then a lot of the times they have to work on the streets and yeah, and work as a sex worker. So, and I mean, to a degree, like that is also similar in the United States. Maybe not. I think there's a
The
little bit more
difference,
options.
the difference is that here, that's not illegal. It's not a crime. It's the only you can't be a the crime is so if you yourself want to be a sex worker and offer your job, that's not illegal. What is illegal is to be a pimp.
Mhm.
So, but that's usually how it ends up working. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like they usually end up working for someone else that takes a, so
Mhm.
Mhm.
yes. And even if with it being legal, like the only thing that is better about it is that you can't get arrested exclusively for that. But they
Right.
will arrest you, beat you, kill you for literally just existing.
Anything.
you
Right.
know
Right.
because unfortunately, and I even looked this up before we did the podcast because I wanted to make sure, but unfortunately, from the countries that have statistics about this crime, Brazil is still the number one country with within the rate of trans murder, like killing trans people.
Mm.
We're still the country that kills that community the most,
Mm.
and not even just taking their lives, but just like in that's one thing, right? But like there are so many other things before
Mhm.
that also, in a way, stop them from actually living, if that makes sense.
Mm.
They're not dead, but they're not really
Mm.
allowed
To
to
do anything.
live.
To live.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. A quote that Melody said that goes along with that, and I thought this was really poignant. She said, "Homophobia is really hard, but transphobia kills
Yeah.
every single day."
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, that's
Yep.
so accurate.
That's crazy because it's happening everywhere apparently. Because it's definitely happening here. Trans women are disappearing, and we don't know where they are, and nobody's looking for them, and they're just disappearing from this, disappearing here. So it's like to hear that and know that that's happening all over, like in Brazil, so hard. My heart goes out to the trans community. I really hope that people just grow up. Like seriously grow up. It's not a crime to be trans. If they can be, let people be who they want to be. It just bothers me so much to hear that.
Like they're not hurting anyone.
Nobody.
Literally. And here's the thing, like, I think it's important to look on both sides, right? Because all of that is true, but also we have a very large LGBT community in Brazil, and
Hmm.
we are fighting back, and we are
Right.
living out loud, right?
Hmm.
Even with all of that happening, we have the biggest pride parade in the world,
Hmm.
like,
Hmm.
period. So,
Yes.
we're here and we're not going anywhere. And they even, I think Chanel mentioned that because transphobia has existed for, I'm not going to say always, but has existed for a very, very long time. It is not something new at all.
Hmm.
But the way that the media and politics are just attacking that community constantly is just making everything so much worse.
Mm.
Um, and it needs to fucking stop. Like, it,
Seriously.
and because Melody was also talking about how her Bianca, right, the woman behind Melody Queen, she was saying how Melody saved Bianca's life.
Mm.
Mhm.
So,
Put food on the
I
table.
exactly paid the bills, and probably saved her life literally, in the sense of like the basic necessities to physically live, but also
Hmm.
mentally
Mhm.
Right.
and
Gave her
emotionally,
a reason to just continue going. Like, this is
and to be
something
able to
that's
be
good.
herself.
Right. Just be me. Live out loud. Like you said, live out loud. And I love
Yeah.
that. I love that.
I love
But
her.
Yes.
I love
I
her.
love her.
I love them. Like,
Mhm.
this whole
Yes.
thing, I just,
Mm.
it's something, these Brazilian queens do it to me every season. Every season, I find not one, not two, not three, but like just something about the whole entire cast and their dynamic. I'd be like, oh, I don't know why I like them so much, but I do. I do. But
Yeah.
anything before we go to the runway? I don't want to move too fast.
Just want to say how happy and proud I am to be Brazilian. Every single day
You
I
should
wake
be.
up and I'm like, I'm so happy that I'm Brazilian, because I cannot imagine being from anywhere else. Literally. I love it.
And you should. That's how you should feel about where you are.
I'm saying that because it's not something that I felt my whole life.
Hmm.
Like, I was a victim of American propaganda for a long time, right? And I just recently escaped from that, and back to being like patriotic, in not in that way,
Hmm.
not in that way. I know,
Right.
not in that way, but in the real way of like, let's protect nature, our original people, like, you
Hmm.
know what I mean? In that way.
I feel you because honestly, as much as I hate some things that's going on in in this country that I live in, I am very still proud to be an American because we have some really good people here and we have some really good things going on for us here. It's not the best. It's gonna always be problems, and there's always some things that's happening that we gonna be like, ugh, I wish that wasn't. But I couldn't see myself living anywhere else because I don't know anywhere else. This is all I know. This is all I've been. And it's like, it's for the most part of my existence, things have been good. Things have been good. I've had great days and great times. And there's been moments where it's been really good here. Everything is not going to be perfect, but I get what you mean. I'm proud to be an American, but it's like, but we got some problems. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Oh,
think
and we do too. Like, we were talking about, we
Right.
do too.
Everybody
Trust and
does.
believe.
Everybody does. And that's
But
the thing.
it's a common thing amongst Brazilians that, like, when we come back from an international trip, we're just like, oh my god, thank God, like, thank God, I can't wait to, like, the food, everything, like,
Same,
it's just like, oh,
same. I think that's
can't wait.
everybody. I think when you're
Not
used to,
everyone. I mean, maybe
well,
we have that in common. Like,
well,
it's
I
not
think we do
everyone
have
that
that.
feels that
It
way,
is some.
but it's
I
a
know
thing.
for
It's a yeah.
yeah. But you about to say, David?
yeah, I was just gonna say I think patriotism needs to be kind of reclaimed because
Mm-hmm.
it's been
Yes.
kind of like usurped and claimed by the worst of us. And they
Mm-hmm.
take it and they take patriotism as I'm proud of my country for better or for worse, and we are better than everyone else.
Right.
And
Mm-mm.
that's like, it does not have to be like that. You can be
Mm-mm.
patriotic and be proud of your country, but also want to see things improve for
Mm-hmm.
yourself and for other people.
Absolutely.
and realize that you are here by chance. You were probably born there. That doesn't make you better than any other country. So
Right.
stop acting like you are. I think
Absolutely.
that's what a real patriot should be like.
Absolutely. Couldn't have said it better myself, David. But this is a design challenge, so I guess we have to go to the
I
runway.
mean, for a little bit at least.
Yes.
I mean, because that is what it is. So let's go to can y'all tell I'm stalling? Can you tell?
Let's
The
got
go
run
to
the
Wait
runway.
for me.
the runway.
Oh no, we lost her.
Not the trap door. Oh no.
I'm going
Oh
to
no.
use the trap door.
I'm always here. You can't get rid of me. Well, hold on, let me switch it up a little. Do some icon.
I
Yeah.
love that if I did not, like, even though I don't know any Portuguese at all, I still would know what this is because it's
Right.
close enough to Spanish.
Mm.
Like, I know Reinas de
Yep.
Papel is paper queens in Espanol. So,
I would have at least got paper. I would at least got paper.
Yes.
But let's talk about Belky first. David, we're gonna let you do what you gotta do because if you want to hear all of me and River's extreme thoughts, all of our thoughts, go check us out on Look Over Here.
Extensive thoughts.
Extensive thoughts because we gave them all, but
yeah.
we'll let David give some thoughts.
I'm going to keep it cute and brief for all of these, but I had a pretty clear top 4. And I'm like, as long as anybody in these 4 are the top 3, that's good. But yeah, this was one that I thought was so good. It's so rare that I see something come to life the way her sketch did into this and all the texture. I thought she killed it. And I love that she found a redemption because she shouldn't have been in the bottom last week. And she's on an upward trajectory. And I thought
Let's wake that up.
Mm-hmm. I thought she was going to be a performance queen. I didn't know she had this in her, so I can't wait to see what else she has.
She is a fashion designer, so
Okay,
She went to school recently for fashion design. So
fair. I forgot about that. Then.
Jack of all trades, I say.
Mm-hmm.
And a dance teacher. Oh yeah,
and a dance teacher, jack of all trades. But yeah, River, you have anything, or you wanna?
Oh, this is David's moment. Well, I'll give my rank because we did Look Over Here. I have my thoughts there. I will give the recap people that I'll give them my rankings. That's
Okay.
it.
I'm going to say, like, I know that she has a reputation for designing things and making really good looks. So in my brain going into this episode, I thought Melina was the one to beat. I do think this is good, but this is a safe good. It just felt a little incomplete near the bottom for me. But other than that, I thought it was constructed well. Oh, come on, girl. Come on, girl. This is good. This is good. This was on the very high end of the safe for me because, first of all, that doesn't look like paper. The fact that she took paper and made it look like fabric like this, that's wild. But she still kept like the obvious paper crown, which I love that. So, yeah.
Did you also see Burger King?
You know, I didn't. I saw Hereditary.
Okay.
Because there's a character that has like a crown shaped like that at the end. And I've been that character as a Halloween costume before. So I had a little paper crown just like this.
I see Princess Peach and
I was gonna say that. I was like, it's Princess Peach. And Daisy.
Princess, yeah. Princess Peach.
She's one of I noticed a lot of them, like the bottom half would feel a little incomplete. She was one that maximized the full length of her body, so I appreciated that. Oh, my sweet baby. Look, if you know that your outfit didn't turn out as well as you wanted it to, why not add some personality to it? So I really respect her for going out there with a good attitude, having fun with it. Does she look good? She looks okay. Like I don't think it's atrocious by any means. Is it my least favorite? Yes, but I still really liked her delivery of it. So she's a cutie. Love her. Oh my god, the way I gasped. The way I gasped. I had to. Oh my gosh, I had to take a video on my phone and send it to my older roommates because I know they're not watching this season. I'm like, you all, she made this out of paper. And the best part for me is like you look at it and I'm like, oh, she was so smart to pick this paper that has like a bunch of designs and patterns to it. And then you get a closer look and you're like, oh, she made those patterns. She cut up other paper and layered it to make it look like it was fabric that has these really cool designs on it. I'm like, this is a top tier all time design challenge look. This is incredible. Oh my gosh, I love her so much. Lana, we knew it. We knew it. We knew
it.
She was our first draft pick.
See, I knew it, but y'all beat me to it. Damn it.
Fair. No, because
God
I'll
damn
be honest.
you.
Yeah, I'll be honest. At first, like when I saw the Meet the Queens, I was like, "Oh, melody is the thing," and I still agree. I still think melody is amazing, but there was something about Adora that I'm like, maybe she's my favorite. And Adora is the one I talked about earlier. I tried to buy her shirt, but I can't buy it. It won't let me, so I need it somehow because I love her.
You know what Adora is reminding me of in this season? Remember when Raja was cast on season 3, kind of to elevate the show in the fashion department? I see it here.
I do too.
Because she's raising the bar for everyone.
It's so good.
She is. She's raising the bar, not just for Brazil.
Right. I'm going to say not just for
Period.
Brazil.
Yes.
The world.
Because
Worldwide. Yeah.
This is incredible. Top.
Yeah, I don't think I could look at another design challenge the same anymore after this. It's like, if you can't give me this, what are you doing here? Like, I'm sorry.
And then when people have fabric and don't do something like that, she did this with.
She did that with paper. You can't do that with fabric.
What's your
Hello?
excuse?
Right.
It's
Baby,
just
no.
it's just always interesting to think that all of these people had the same amount of time to work on
Right.
their look.
Right. Oh,
Crazy.
I would
I'm
have
not
looked at
saying no
her.
names, but
I would have looked at her and been like, "Did you add an extra 2 hours in your day? How did this happen?" Because something. But we move.
hi Barbie.
I can.
It's Polly.
Polly Pocket.
Yeah, I thought that moment was cute with Fontana. Oh yeah, I'm so happy Fontana was there. We'll talk about her more, I'm sure. But this was cute. This is simple, but it turned out good. Here's my thing. What would I rather see? Would I rather see somebody create a design that is structured well, no technical flaws, but it's not very interesting? Or would I rather see a really interesting first draft of a look? And I think I would rather see a rough first draft of the look that has an interesting point of view, even if there are some flaws. I thought this was very interesting. I see so much potential behind this look. I wouldn't have had this in the bottom. I get it, and I agree.
We wouldn't either.
Oh, okay. I don't remember who said it, but I think it was Bruna that said, like, the more I looked at it, the less I liked it, which I agree. When she first came out, I was like, wow. And the more I saw it on the stage, I'm like, yeah, there are some rough finishing things, but there's so much potential here.
But
So
it's
I really
so
didn't
cool.
care.
Like, it's so cool.
Yeah, she
I
was
don't care.
actually in my top half. As far as scores go, she was in my top half. She was.
My thing is, it was a design challenge. I don't care about it's not a who can sew the best challenge. It's a good design, and this is a good design. She turned that corner, and I don't care when you first saw it, and you go, oh, that's the reaction I go off of. I don't go after, oh wait, but let me nitpick and see if that flaw is there. It's a design challenge. They're not asking these people to be professional sewers. This isn't Project Runway. They are
Right.
not professional designers. So I expect to see flaws. Now, if this is Project Runway and these people design for a living and that's their job, then yes, I want to see finishes. I want to see the closures, and I want to see it being perfect and hemmed well. This is a drag show, baby. I just wanted to look to wow me, and this wowed me. Oh, I'm so annoyed. I'm so annoyed.
Yeah, so this is another one where like I think there is an interesting concept here. I don't think it's interesting enough to save it from the bottom for me. So I do think she was fairly placed in the bottom. At least, at the very least, I would have had her bottom three. But yeah, you can see like a few things that aren't constructed perfectly. But with that said, like I'm like she's not somebody I wanted to lose at this point. But the problem is I feel that way about most of the cast.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. This was another one that was in my top 4. I don't know how you all felt about this, but I thought this was a really cool concept. This is not the type of look that I've seen before. And I really like that it kept that paper look to it, because a lot of them, they disguised the fact that they were working with paper, which is great. But I kind of think it's fun when somebody can keep that paper element, make it visible, and still execute it so well. I was super impressed with her. She was pretty close to my top 3 for sure. Okay. My expectations.
We talked about it. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Don't mind me.
Oh no. Yeah, it's probably not what you're thinking.
Oh, okay.
My expectations were very low, but I really like this. So
Okay, good.
Maybe you all didn't. I thought the way it moved.
No, we did, but
okay.
Yeah.
The way it moved was so cool. Like the bottom half, it just had like this really. I don't even know how to describe it. It almost felt like a creature. Just the way it moved down the stage, and I get that. Like it has like a scale type of look to it. Is it perfect?
It's coffee filters.
Okay, that's right. It's not perfect, but this is another example where I think the design is so interesting, and it's mostly executed really well. So she impressed me a lot with this. So I think she deserved her place in the top 3 as well.
Well, if you want to know what me and Lana thought about all of these looks extensively, go check out our look over here. But I will say, I'll give you my quick rankings, but I will say this. My number 8 has a score of 81.
Okay.
And my number 1 has a score of 100. So
Okay.
that's how so I'm saying my number 8 is in the bottom by default.
Right.
Because I still thought it was a great look. But I had number 1, Adora, of course, period. Then second, Belky.
Okay.
Desiree at number 3. Followed by Ruby at number 4. 5, Melody. 6, Mercedes. 7, Melina. 8, Paola. 9, Poseidon. And 10, Chanel. Unfortunately.
Okay.
But my lowest score was 69. So like
minus 68.
Well, there we go.
Yeah.
I didn't write down my scores, so
If you want to know Lana's scores, go watch Look Over Here.
you have to watch Look Over Here because
my ranking would be pretty similar. I think that Mercedes is the biggest one we differed on, because I had number 1, Adora. Number 2 was actually Mercedes. Number 3, Belky. Number 4, Desiree. Number 5, Melody. Number 6, Ruby. Number 7, Melina. Number 8, Poseidon. Number 9, Paola. And number 10, Chanel.
Yeah.
oh, that sounds about right. But
honestly, any of my top 5, if they were in the top 3, I would be like, sure.
Mm-hmm.
mm-hmm. Absolutely. But speaking of top three, we do have our top three, and it is
Yeah.
Adora, Belky, and Desiree.
Desiree,
Uh,
yes.
Deserved.
all
I love
it's
seeing my
her.
girl getting a top placement. I love it for her. Love it.
First of many, I can already tell. I think she's
Yeah.
I truly hope so. I see it.
I like
Mhm.
any of these three. I was all of them deserved. All of them deserved. So I was not mad at this top
Belky
three.
had to have been mad because Belky probably would have won like 95% of different design challenges on Drag Race.
Mm-hmm.
She just
Hmm.
had to be against Adora.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel bad.
but
Like it's giving Dawn in season 16, where like
yeah,
she was a great designer, but she just someone else did just a
Right.
little better
just a
than
little
her
bit
every
better.
She was
time.
up
Absolutely.
against Q and Nymphia.
Right.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
our bottom three was Chanel, Melody Queen, and Poseidon Drag. This one I don't agree with. I don't think Melody should be there.
No.
I don't think Melody should be there. I think Chanel and Poseidon was probably correct.
Would we all have had Paula in there instead of Melody?
For me, it would be either because Paola and Melina have like 1 or 2 points in my scores that are like, one has like 1 or 2 points more than the other. So for
Hmm.
me, that third spot could be either
Yeah,
Paola or Melina
same,
for me.
same,
And I
same.
think for me, they both had good garments that were constructed, but they just weren't as interesting as a lot of the other ones.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And I'm sorry,
But
Melina might be watching this, and I feel bad because
No, but it
it
was
was,
still good.
it
Like
was
the work that she
good.
did to
It
create
was
the
good
texture,
work.
it was good. Yeah.
And see, that's the thing. I really do love that when we are talking, none of us are being cruel at all or malicious
No.
when we're saying it. And I think that's why the queens appreciate it and appreciate us as much. And I appreciate them watching. We still loved everything. Nobody had a bad look. And that is what we said. I know me and River talked about on Look Over Here. And we're talking. Nobody had a bad look. Nobody's
They
looking
all
like,
looked
they
beautiful.
all looked beautiful, just some were better than others. And that's just that.
mhm.
But we do
Can
have
we quickly sorry Lana, sorry. Can we quickly talk about the judges' critiques? Because I have a
oh,
few things
oh
before we
yeah.
talk
Oh
about.
yes. Oh my God. Yes, because I was about to get
Mhm,
mad. I got mad. Go ahead.
mhm. Okay. Because I have because I know that not everyone is a fan of Dudu, but I am, and that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
And they had two quotes when the queen, when the queens are walking and the judges like make a funny remark, like a funny
Mm-hmm.
comment.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, and it's not gonna make sense in English, so I am so sorry.
It's
Or
okay.
maybe it will. But when he's about Melina, he said, "É nós na fita crepe," because it was crepe paper,
Mm-hmm.
and
Got
so
it.
he made a joke with that, and it was so funny. It was so funny to me. And then when Chanel, they translated it to Balenciaga for some reason. Um, but he said Coco Chanel, which is Coco is poop. So it's like
Mm-hmm.
poop Chanel because of Chanel.
I mean, I can
Uh
see it being a
Yeah,
joke.
yeah.
Yeah.
But it's the I just love the dad jokes, and I just want to show my appreciation whenever there is a quote from them that calls my attention. I will do it because I love them.
hmm.
Yeah.
Period.
They
Good.
could have gone with Coco Chanel, and we would have got it.
Yeah.
Right, Kaka. Yeah,
Kaka Chanel would have been like, oh, I
Kaka
know what that
Chanel.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I did have an issue with Dudu in this episode.
Oh,
And that
what he said to Chanel? They said to Chanel?
no, no. What
Oh,
they said
okay.
about Melody, and I want to thank
Mm,
Fontana for literally like, listen, absolutely not. Saying they wanted their makeup to be softer. It needs to it's too harsh. And I was like, no, it's not. Especially not for what she was portraying on this moment in this occasion. She was a warrior princess, and I didn't think her makeup was too harsh at all. I didn't think it was too much. And I was like, what are you talking about? I don't agree with that. I thought it was good. And then when Fontana was like, oh no, this is why she's stunning, that makeup was great. She don't need to change nothing. And I was like, Thank you. Because
Love
just
her.
because you I
Love.
loved her. I loved that moment because I felt very like I was so like relating to
She
I
was
was like
protective of her
of
sister. I'm
her,
like,
and I was
yes.
like, I love that, and I love the fact because I felt like the way that they were coming for the makeup or whatever, it felt like saying it was too harsh and too manly, and that's something like a lot of black queens get a lot of times that your makeup is too harsh, it's too hard, and it's like you have to soften it up, and it's like no, they're just accentuating their features, their natural features that they have, and I'm like, she doesn't have to change that for maybe for different looks, but not this look. Like I wouldn't want that same fierce makeup if she's doing a nice little cute little innocent, look. If the look calls for innocent and she's doing that hard, then yeah, say something. But this was a warrior princess. Like she was like, that's what she was supposed to do. And I loved it. I thought her makeup looked amazing in this. So I was like, I don't get what that comment was about. But thank you, Fontana, for stepping in and be like, absolutely not. Absolutely not. It looks great. Don't change a thing. I love that.
Yeah.
I
And
loved
then
it.
and then after that, after they made the comments, I think she was emotional, right?
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
then she was talking about, and she said, "I know there's some flaws." She was like saying it through the tears, right? I'm like,
Hmm.
ugh, I'm crying with her. But she said, "I know there's some flaws, but I would never let anything stop me from getting on this runway and doing my best."
Right. I
Period.
loved her. I loved her. I was like, Melody, you're taking it, girl. You're taking it right now for me. Like,
Mm-hmm.
stop. I'm about to
Falling in
start
love with
crying.
her every day, like more and
Every
more every
single
day.
week. I'm like, girl, you about to take my
Mm-hmm.
heart. I'm about to give you the card. I don't pass out my stand cards often, but I'm about to take it. But I love her. I love
She
her.
deserves it.
She deserves
Sure
like she
does.
ate that up. But we
But I also
do.
thought I don't disagree necessarily with the judges' critiques for Chanel, but I
Uh-huh.
do, and like I said, I love to do, but I think they were correct in their critique, but I think the delivery was a little just not too much, right? But just a little harsh, just a little.
Hmm. Hmm.
But
Hmm.
Chanel responded so gracefully and
Yes.
said that she was like, I know it's not the best, whatever, but I'm still proud of what I did and proud of myself. And I'm like, yes, absolutely.
For it being her first dress she made out of toilet paper, I think she did a fine job.
Yeah.
It was fine. But
And we had the last thing is we had what
It'll come
we
clear.
can't see. Oh, that's you and Fontana. That's
It is. That's
cute.
us at DragCon last year.
Period. Love that. But we had Bruna. She said to Desiree, "I never thought I would praise someone for having so much filter." And
just
yes,
love. I
I
love
love it.
Bruna. I
I
love
love her.
Bruna. I do. I think Bruna is one of my favorite judges on any one of the. She's in the top for me across all the franchises. I
I
love.
really enjoyed this, like Greg, Dudu, and Bruna. I really love this panel. I do. Me personally.
Doodoo is not the worst person on the panel. I will say. I might not agree with everything they
They're
say,
not
but
Oscar.
they are. They're not
Oh,
the boys
I
from
thought you meant
España.
like okay. I thought you meant
Yeah.
specifically this panel.
Oh no, I mean across
I
all franchises.
was like, who is the worst?
Those boys from those boys I'm
They're
talking
hit or
about.
miss. They can be good. They can be bad.
I don't like those boys.
Hobbies.
Those hobbies. I wasn't gonna say their name, but you said it. I don't like them. But anyway, we move. Um, we do have a winner. Do get a winner, and our winner, to
Oh,
no one's surprise.
There's
but we do.
have
Oh,
untucked.
go ahead,
I
David.
know we
Yes,
have
we have
It's okay.
Untucked.
Untucked.
It's okay. We
Yeah,
get
I
to.
was gonna go
But
back
let's
to
get
it.
that out of the way because we all
I'm
know.
about
We
to say
all
I wanted to
know.
get this out of the way. We'll circle back. But we do have
We
our
all know.
winner. To nobody's surprise, is the Dora Black.
I would have rioted if she didn't win
I
this.
have thrown,
Girl.
please. I'm like, who was better? Who?
I'm like, say it
Quickly
again.
tell me
Who
who was
won?
better.
I'm
Who?
sorry, who?
I will punch you.
Uh,
Ooh, like,
didn't think so. Okay.
didn't think
Yeah.
so. Period. Because wasn't no way. Wasn't no way. But let's go into the Untucked because we do have a lot of people feelings. What's happening? And yeah, a lot.
In the
Ruby,
shade.
Ruby, Ruby, girl. Ruby was not happy, but Ruby was like, And I don't mind throwing the shade around either, and I will. And I was like, okay, girl.
And we appreciate it.
Okay, girl.
Even though it's at my favorite, I'm like, you know what?
She would not get off of
She can
Destiny's
take
neck.
it. You know what? Because she can take it, and she will
Baby.
play and she will play back. You know what I mean? It's all good.
Baby, Ruby was on Destiny's neck from the moment she walked
She
back
said,
into that
"She's
workroom.
in the top. You're in the top. What do you mean?" And it's the way that she said, "Is she in the top?" She was like, "I guess there's room for everyone. Let's just say that."
Say that.
It was very that energy. It was so funny.
I love.
But also, this is another time where we're just seeing real, raw melody. Like, she was not hiding her disappointment. Even when other people were talking, you just saw like this extreme disappointment on her face. And I thought for sure she was going to be put in the bottom too. I'm like, this is going to be so messed up. They're going to like make the two trans queens lip sync against each other. There was not a doubt in my mind, and I was devastated.
I was thinking the same thing, and I was like, they better not.
Right.
They better not. And I'm glad they didn't. But
because it felt like they gave harsher critiques for Melody than they did Poseidon. Did it not feel that way?
I do feel that way, but I feel like to a certain degree, it was to light a fire under her ass because they know that she can do more.
Mm-hmm.
Because we all know that she, like, how fierce she is.
We literally saw it last week how fierce she is. Even though y'all didn't reward her for it, we saw it last week.
That's exactly. But it's like, you can't just have someone do so good and then you not reward them, and then they don't do like. And then now they do okay and you punish them. It's like, what do you want? Right. I understand her being in her feelings because it's a lot. Mm-hmm. It's a lot.
It was a lot.
Yeah. But then we had it was not only Ruby that was shocked that Desiree was in the top. They were like, but then she started doing this is why she's my favorite, because she's like, I don't care. She started doing the most and she was like, you know what? My dress is sickening. It's perfection, never been done before. Like, I look, you know, and she was like, you know what? You're coming for me. I'm not having it. Not today. I live.
I absolutely live.
I live.
But she was also feeling when it because she was like, when she was around the girls, she was playing around and all of that. But in confessionals, she was like, low key, I kind of feel like Ruby and Melina are kind of undermining my work and like not because because like she can take the shade, like the playful shade and all of that, even real shade. But like when it's like you're trying to remove the value from my work, is like, we're not doing that. That's right. Where that's not fun. But I don't feel like it's too real. I don't feel like it's too real, but it's a vibe.
And it's definitely a vibe. It felt like she was like, I laugh and I joke, but I don't play. That's a phrase my grandfather used all the time. He was like, I laugh and I joke, but I don't play. Like, don't come for me and what I know, what I'm good at and what I'm capable of doing. Don't come for me personally. You can shade me about something that you think is funny and ha ha he he. I'll do that. I'll kiki with you, but not too much. Not too much.
Like, you can say you didn't like my look, but saying that I don't deserve, like, not that they said that, but I'm giving an example. Like, if you say like, oh, I didn't think you know what I mean? Like, I thought I did better.
Wasn't my cup of tea. That look wasn't my cup of tea, but to say it's ugly, you go look at this and say it's ugly,
or like you didn't, or saying you don't deserve the praise you, like, it's
yeah. But yeah, that was I was like, okay. I did enjoy the way that everybody was being very honest and, like you said, about their feelings and raw about it. It was like, I'm not gonna hold back how I feel. I'm going to say it, even if it hurts, even if somebody don't agree with it. This is just how I feel. And they have been very honest in these last 2 episodes about feelings, and I enjoy it. Like, they don't mask when they're upset. They don't shy away from saying, I don't think you deserved, or I don't think you that was good. Like, you shouldn't be in the top. that's good television. These queens came knowing what is good television, and they are delivering good television for sure.
Absolutely. So my neighbor decided that almost 10 p.m. would be the perfect time to start banging on something. So if you can hear that, I apologize.
We
I
didn't
can't
hear
hear.
anything. We didn't hear anything. You're good.
How rude of them.
But anything else y'all want to talk about in the Untucked before we go back to the runway? Because we do go back to the runway, and
Mhm.
yes, oh,
Oh no, just that Poseidon, when she came in, she was like scared of lip syncing against
oh, the
she was
people.
like she was like, oh
She was listening, looking at everybody who was in that line. I was like, I don't want to lip sync get them. I don't want to lip sync get them. I don't want.
mhm.
And I was like, girl, you got to lip sync get somebody. Get it together. Get it
Yeah.
together. But our bottom two was Chanel and Poseidon. I was very happy that they did not put Melody in that bottom two because she did not deserve to be there. She did not even deserve to be in the bottom three, but okay. But Poseidon and Chanel are our bottom two. Now, River, I will need your help. What was this song that they lip synced to?
Wait, because I forgot that. I know it's Pablo Vittar, but I forgot
Some
ultrason, something song.
yes.
I forgot, literally.
Okay.
My
Well,
my little fish brain, because I know it's Pablo, but I don't remember what song. I'm trying to see if they have it on
I got it.
the
It's ultrasound.
ultrason. Yeah, that okay. I knew it was something. I knew it was song, but I didn't. Yes, ultrason.
okay.
I didn't. I really like Pablo's music. I didn't know this specific song. Maybe I heard it like here and there, but it's not one of her songs that I usually like play when I'm listening to her. But I really enjoyed the song.
Mm,
I liked it.
I did too. I was like, oh, this is a nice song. I would vibe to it. Like I wouldn't turn it off if it came on the
Yep.
radio. I'd be like, okay, I'm vibing. It was a nice song, and I think this lip sync was very good. It was interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know if I agree with who went home.
Let's
I
talk
d-
about it.
I don't think
Before
I agree.
before we get into that discussion, I just want to quickly mention thank you, producers on Drag Race and Drag Queen, because I know that she was part of the list of lip sync songs. Thank you. We thank you for the lip sync songs so far. Pablo and Anita in the first two episodes. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Excited
I
to see what
only
comes next. But
I
I
only want to
let's
hear Brazilian songs. I just want to be honest. Let me just say this now. I only want to hear Brazilian songs on Brazil Drag Race Brazil. That's all I want to hear because we get enough American songs, and I know great, they're good. Some of them are great. We get enough over here when we get Drag Race US and we get Drag Race UK. We get enough of that. I only want to hear Brazilian music and Brazilian artists on Drag Race Brazil. I don't need to know what they saying. I just want to feel the vibe. That's all.
What
It'd be nice to know, but I just want to feel the vibe. And Brazilian vibes is like key to me. So I just want to feel the vibe. So
what
sure,
if it's
throw it.
like an Anita song that's in English?
I mean, that's fine too. I just want Brazilian artists showcased on Drag Race Brazil. That's it. I don't want to sit here
What
Christina
Canada
Aguilera.
does.
I don't want to hear Christina Aguilera and Britney Spears and Whitney. Great Beyonce. I don't want to hear Beyonce over here. I want to hear Brazilian artists being showcased on Drag Race Brazil.
you know who you would I'm gonna recommend two artists to you right now and to our audience that is not Brazilian. Or if you're Brazilian, you don't listen to these artists that I'm gonna say, what are you doing? But Ludmilla and Lineker are two artists that you will I knowing what you like, Lana, I'm
Send me a
guessing.
list. Send me a
Yes,
list of songs, River, in our
I
chat.
will. I will.
But
But yes, and those are two artists that I'm hoping to see songs by them in this season. We'll see.
but
We're two for two now. So
but what do we think about the lip sync though? Because let's get into that.
mhm. Go ahead, David. You go first.
Yeah. So I had never heard this song. I don't think I've ever heard a Pablo Vittar song before this.
You probably have, but you don't know that it was a Pablo song.
Maybe.
Maybe.
But I was super into the song. I thought it was very catchy. It was very unique. We had a little chat. I don't know if you all saw, but I'm like, I'm living for this song. But I thought the lip sync was pretty close. I thought they both did well. Thought they both brought energy and face. I think one person was a little bit more varied with what they were presenting in their face. And as much as I hate to say it, because we're a little biased, that person for me was Poseidon. I do think she brought a little bit more with the facial performance because I thought they were pretty even when it came to like dancing and all that. So yeah, unfortunately, I would have had another double Shantae because I would not be ready to lose Chanel first.
Let's just, go ahead and make this a non-elimination season, and
Right.
let's just, let's get to that, please.
What did you think, River?
So I'm kind of on the same page as I think I'm in between both because I don't know how you feel, Lana, but I feel like it was also very close. But I think Chanel did a little better for me.
Yeah.
I still think Poseidon had a great performance. They were both entertaining. They were both good with the face, with the lips, and actually knowing the words and moving in a way that made sense with the song, right? Because you don't want to be doing like great dance moves that don't really go with what the song is doing. But I felt like they both had a different enough interpretation, so it wasn't like that like as hard to kind of tell who was doing better because they were doing very different things. But I think what made Chanel take it for me, besides the fact that I love her, is her stage presence for me and her like the way that I was able to connect with her performance was just a little bit stronger than Poseidon for me.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, for me, I felt like you said, close, very close. I think Poseidon for me she leaned into her campiness more so than Chanel, but I felt like Chanel balanced it better. I felt like I'm looking at Poseidon and it's going to be camp. Like that's literally what it heavily was funny camp, the facials and all of that. Chanel gave me a little bit of everything. She gave me a little camp, she gave me a little dance, she gave me performance, she gave me, a little sexy. Like it was a balance. It was a lot of different layers that I was like, okay, I enjoy that. I thought she edged it out. Like I said, I'm not really upset about their decision because I can understand why they chose either one of them could have won. Like you said, Double Shantae would have been perfect for this week instead of last. But I thought this was good. I thought Chanel edged it out for me personally. But
I think when you were talking, Lana, I was like, yes, because you made me think of the word that I was trying to think of to describe why, and it's range.
yeah, layers and
I think
range.
the main reason why Chanel took it for me a little bit more is because she showed more range in her performance than Poseidon did.
Hmm.
That's all. Yeah,
But like I
but
said, we aren't the judges. We're just people who
we're
watch the
not.
show. And they sadly sent Chanel right on out that door. And I was like, no.
No, I was literally screaming no so
No.
hard, so loud at my TV.
I hated it.
No.
I hated every second of it. I was like, not that. But I guess I get it.
I get it, but I don't
It was
have to
tough.
like
I don't
it.
like
I
right.
don't
I
like
don't
it.
have to
I don't
like it.
like
I don't
it.
like it, but I get it. But
Yeah,
they-
it's really sad because I think she might be one of the most likable first eliminated contestants I can think of. Period. And I was thinking about it. It kind of reminded me of a different season of a show where in the very first week It was a non-elimination. Somebody that I really liked and connected with in that first episode was in the top in the first week. It was non-elimination. Week 2 was a design challenge, and they were in the bottom 2, and they went home, and I was devastated. But that was Drag Race Germany with Barbecue.
Yes.
I freaking love Barbecue. And Chanel and Barbecue are kindred spirits right now. They're both just so lovable. They both showed that they have a ton of potential with being in a conversation to win the first challenge. And then they go home in week 2. So I need to see both of them back. I don't know.
I need Chanel to be Brazil. I need Chanel to be our Miss Vanjie.
Yes.
Just bring her back. And there's already a campaign online on Instagram asking for them to bring Chanel back for season 3.
Okay.
Well,
here's my thing. I do like Poseidon. I'm not
right.
mad, right? But here's the thing. I don't think this lip sync, I don't think Poseidon did so much better than Chanel, took it. Right. You know what I mean? So with that, when a lip sync is close, I'm thinking track record. Literally Chanel was in the top last week and Poseidon was in the bottom. So Poseidon was in the bottom for a performance challenge and a design challenge. But Chanel has already proven to the judges and to us that she's a great performer because she was in the top last week. So I'm like,
and she's also proven she's got good looks.
Yes. Right. And I'm like, I like both of them, right? And I would like to see more from both of them. But with what we were shown so far, who do I think has more to show? And that's Chanel. An acting challenge, I would love to see her in an acting challenge. And we're not. So I'm just upset. I'm mad. I'm not mad. I'm sad. I'm sad.
I blame Bloggerina. Bloggerina?
Yes.
I can't say.
It's fine.
She can take it. It's her fault.
Period. Yes.
I blame everything on.
Before we do the draft update, I just wanted to say her exit line.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. I was about to say that when she said, "Oh, don't worry, I speak English. I'm an English teacher. I speak English." And I was like,
"It's not over, baby."
I'm about to say, "Global, here we come." Oh, global, so here we come because she speaks English. Do it.
But did you notice that? Because I'm like, what is going on with the who's doing these subtitles? Because she literally spoke in English and they put in the subtitles something different than what she said.
Right.
There's nothing to translate, babe. I don't get it.
In English.
Because she said, it's not over, babies. I'm an English teacher. But they translated to something else in the subtitles. Anyway, hire me. Wow, hire me. Do the subtitles. I'll do it.
Period.
Okay, things are pretty close in the draft so far. Even though Lana and I did lose a person on our team. But number 5.
I hate it here.
Number 5 is Logan with 22.5 points. Followed by Lana at number 4 with 23 points. And then myself with 24 points in third place. Second place with 24.5 points is Kamorian. And then leading the draft, as it should be, is River with 27 points.
Period.
Exclamation.
Exclamation point. As it should be. But next week,
before
y'all
we
see
go,
that preview.
Next week.
I'm about to say,
next
week, y'all. Yeah, you knew I was coming here. Next week, we see these previews. Something to go down. We don't know what's about to go down, but somebody on the floor and somebody getting up mad. And
someone getting a feet in the face. What?
What? What is happening? I have a fight on Drag Race because I would like a really fisticuffs, because if somebody pushed me down or kicked me in the face, I'm fighting. That's just me. But what is going down up in here today in RuPaul's Drag Race Brazil?
It can't be as dramatic as they showed it.
No, it can't be.
It can't be because they make it look like she falls and she just quits. She just stands there for the rest of the song, and I'm like, that can't be what happens, right? That would be crazy.
I mean,
right?
I don't know, but I can't wait to see how this turns out.
Period.
I
and we
honestly, next week cannot come early enough.
and we are going to be right back here talking all about it. So join us next week for our recap on Drag Race Brazil, and then follow us on our look over here after. So we get into the looks. Do all those things. Follow us on all those things, and check out all of our channels because we are on a mission to get 1,000 new subscribers by the end of the year. So subscribe to this channel if you haven't already done it. If you haven't done it, what are you waiting for? You stuck around here for almost 2 hours. Go do it right now. And then go subscribe to all the rest of our channels on Under the Cup Network, our TV channel, our ESC channel, and our Ringside channel, so we can all get 1,000 new subscribers by the end of the year, so we can give you great content. Follow us on all of our follow us on our audio podcast links if you need to check us out on the go. Join our Patreon. Follow us on all of our socials at the Cup Pod on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky. And don't forget to get your merch, your cup mug at lanagscreations.etsy.com. We're going to get out of here because we got more things to do, but you stick around and watch more videos. Click that next one, and we will see you all next time. So cheers, y'all.
Cheers.
Cheers.